I'm sweating. Oh my gosh, is it too small? Just for the sake of my hands. Okay, what do we think? Hey guys, it's me, Gaia. In today's vlog, I'm just going to be using up some scrap yarn. So I have this soft rope cotton yarn. I've got like 2 bags of it, and they're leftovers from bags that I used to make for my sister. So I'll show you. These are the 2 that she's kept. These bags I made with Chenda DIY's tutorial here on YouTube. I'll link her tutorial in the description box as well if you're interested in making yourself one of these bags. They're really cute. She's asked me to make them for her friends as well, so that's why I have a lot of leftover. This yarn is a soft cotton rope. In Thai, it's actually called Chuak Phok Nim, I think. Chuak Phok Nim, yeah, I think so. And I get it from Shopee Thailand. I will link in the description below if you are in Thailand and you want to get yourself this yarn. It's really nice, it's very sturdy. I will say though, after crocheting with it for a while, it does kind of give that like rope burn a little bit on your fingers, so that's just something to keep in mind. But they're really nice for projects like bags, projects that you want to be more sturdy. So yeah, I have a bunch of scrap rope yarn that I'm going to use, and I'm thinking of making a bucket hat. I think that would be really cute. Okay, so for the bucket hat, I'm thinking to use 2 colors, doubling up the yarn, so I'll use 2 different colors at the same time. And I was thinking either this combo with the blue and mint or this combo with the pink and red would look really cute. This is definitely my vibe right now. I'm very pink today, but I also really like this. I think this matches really well with my pink hair. So I don't know, I'm kind of torn, but I am leaning more towards this just because I have more blue and mint yarn. So I feel more secure going with this choice because I know that if I choose this is all the pink I have, and I don't know if I'm gonna win yarn chicken with this. So let's stick with our most safe option. I just did a little swatch just using some random colors. I doubled up the yarn and I'm using a 6.5mm hook, but because it's a rope yarn, it's not very soft and smooth. So doubling it up made it even harder to work with. And even with the bigger hook, it's still quite hard to crochet with, so I think I'll just have to stick to using just 1 strand. I forgot to mention that this yarn is, I think, comparable to a number 3 weight yarn, so DK weight. Okay, since we're sticking with 1 strand, I'm thinking of doing like a little gradient. So since I have a lot of blues, I was thinking these 3 colors would look together, but maybe it's a bit too dark for my liking. And then I have these 3. I'm very drawn to these 3 colors. I think it's really pretty, so I think I'm gonna go with this. And I think if I were to do the red and pink color palette, I think I would have enough, so maybe I'll make 2 bucket hats in this video. But let's start with this one. So I made a little swatch because I wasn't sure which hook size to use with just 1 strand, and I decided to go with a 3.5mm hook. I did a little swatch, and yeah, it's much easier to crochet with just 1 strand. I have started my bucket hat. It's looking really nice so far. I really love how sturdy this yarn is making the bucket hat. I will say though that it is kind of harder to work with in the sense that you really need to like this because it is rope at the end of the day, so it's much less smoother to work with than compared to like a soft acrylic or a soft cotton. So I feel like I'm sweating. I feel like I'm sweating working with this yarn, but I know it's gonna be worth it, and this just proves that it's going to be nice and sturdy. I've made a couple bucket hats before in the past with acrylic yarn, like normal acrylic yarn and normal cotton yarn, and okay, with the cotton yarn it was a bit better, but the softer the yarn is, it makes the hat very floppy, so there wasn't much structure to it. It wasn't very sturdy, so I never really wore those hats. But yeah, I think I'll definitely get a lot more wear out of this bucket hat. Okay, this is what we've got so far. I am actually using this bucket hat that I have as a little guide. If I kind of compare it, I think I'll do just a few more rows of this mint color, and then we can move on to our next shade of blue. Okay, so here's the second color. I actually just cut it off because I'm about to add the last shade of blue. And I think it looks good. Let me try it on. Oh my gosh, is it too small? It might be too small. Is it? It might be. But okay, I think I'm just gonna keep going. It's a little small, yeah. But I like it so far, I guess. I think I'll definitely make another one in that pink and red color scheme and definitely make it a little bigger. I'm also thinking whether or not I chose the right order of colors. I feel like the darkest blue should have been on top and then this mint should have been the last shade. I don't know, would that have made a difference? Would that have made it a little better? Anyways, I've made it this far. I'm not unraveling it, so if I want to do it in that order, I'll just make another one. I think once I add the darker color blue, it'll look more complete. I've added the last color and it definitely looks a lot better now. It looks more complete. I want to try this on to see if maybe the increases I did made it fit a little bit better, but I'm wearing a ponytail today, so I can't really do that. Let me just... I can't tell, but this is what it looks like so far. So I'm making this bucket hat, right? And I think I have maybe 1 or 2 more rows to complete. And I only have this much left. Do you think it's gonna be enough? I just started another row. I don't know. I don't think this is gonna be enough for 1 row. Let me go look in my bag of scraps and see if maybe there's some more left of this shade of blue. Okay, I've looked through this whole bag of scraps and there is no more of this specific shade of blue, so I mean there's only 1 more row left, so maybe it's enough if I just stop here. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm wearing a ponytail today, but I think why does it look so funny? I'm not gonna judge it because I'm wearing it with a ponytail, so I'm not judging it fairly, but if I compare it to this bucket hat that I've been using as a guide, it's basically the same shape and I really only need 1 more row. So, or maybe this is enough, like if I just frog these few stitches here and then be done. I think that's what I'm gonna do because I really don't think this is enough for 1 whole round, so we'll stop here. Okay, I've cut off my yarn and it's basically done. I put my hair down and this is what it looks like. I am really not sure what I think about it. I feel like it looks a little bit funny. I don't know, maybe it's the hat, like it's shaped a little weird maybe. I feel like it just looks very like disc, like I have a disc on my head. If I try on this one, okay, this is how it fits. This looks like a bucket hat, right? The difference is, I guess this part is longer compared to when I put this on. Yeah, this part is not long enough. The brim starts too early. Now I know what corrections I need to make for my second bucket hat. It's kind of a pity though because I spent time on this and it just didn't end up looking like how I wanted it to. That's just how crochet is and making things in general. So should I completely scrap this and just work on a whole new bucket hat with new colors, or should I unravel this to make it better? I'm thinking maybe I can just donate this. I think this would fit a child, right? So yeah, I just don't want to waste all those hours that I put into making this. I feel like someone else could definitely make more use out of it than I will. I guess now it's time to pick another color scheme for another bucket hat. This time I'm definitely gonna go for those pinks and reds. Okay, so this is gonna be our new color scheme, and I'm contemplating whether or not to start with the lighter shade and then go down to the darkest shade for the brim, or should it be switched around? Maybe switched around? Okay, I've gotten pretty far with my red color and I'm actually about to change to this pink color. So yes, this time I made sure to make the, I don't know the technical terms, but this part where we increase in the round, I made sure to make it big enough so it fits my head well now. It's not too small, and also I need to make this part here longer than the old one because that was one of the problems. Excited to finish my new and improved bucket hat. Okay, so I've added the pink and then now I'm on to the last color. It's like this very pastel pink. It looks white together with these colors, but against white, like my shirt, you can tell that it has a hint of pink in there. I love this color combo. I think I only have about 5 more rows and I'll be done. I will say though that working with this rope yarn has kind of hurt my hand a bit because it's not soft. Like, it is soft rope, but it is still rope. So it's not like other yarn like acrylic or regular cotton yarn where it's like soft on your hands. Since some of you have asked for a tutorial in my TikToks and my Instagram Reels and my YouTube Shorts, I will make a tutorial, but I won't make a tutorial using this rope yarn. I'll make a tutorial using normal acrylic yarn just for the sake of my hands. I think if I were to use a normal acrylic yarn, I would get the same shape and everything, but it's just the structure may not be the same. And what I mean by that is with rope yarn, it's much more sturdy, but with acrylic yarn, it might be a bit more flimsy. Okay, hat is complete. I finished all my rows and everything, and we will try it on together. I think it looks cute. What do we, oh, this is the seam here. Let me just turn it. Okay, what do we think? It's definitely better than the other one, but I just feel like, does it look weird or am I just overthinking it? Or is it the colors? Let me try the bucket hat I was using as a guide and you can see if there's any difference, because I like how this bucket hat fits on me. So, I mean, it's basically the same, right? I think I'm just overthinking it. Yeah. Okay, bucket hat is done. Let me know what you guys think, if you would make this, if you would wear this, and what colors would you make it in. Now I'm gonna make a tutorial for it, and I have picked out some colors that I want to use. I realized that I never gave you guys a better view of the bucket hat, so let me just adjust the angle like that. I'm gonna make the tutorial bucket hat with milk cotton yarn just because I'm tired of working with rope yarn and my hands hurt. Chose these 3 colors. There's a light purple and this sort of emerald green kind of color and an ivory. I'm actually interested to see whether or not the type of yarn will change the shape of the hat at all, because of course this is with rope yarn, so I don't know if it will come out exactly the same as this hat right here. I'll use the same number hook size and the same number of stitches, same number of rows and everything. The only difference is that it's made of a different type of yarn. So we'll see. I'll make it and report back to you. Okay, we have a little bit of a problem. I started making the milk cotton version or acrylic yarn version of the bucket hat. It's going well so far, but I thought I would have enough of that white color, but doesn't look like it. I only have enough to do like the top part of it, which you won't even really see when you wear it because it's at the top. I was trying to replicate this sort of like layered color effect, but I don't have enough white. I dug up this scrap, which is like a completely different brand and type of yarn. The texture is also very different, and the color is not exactly the same either. So I'm not sure if I should continue using this random scrap. And even this scrap doesn't have that much. So even if I do use it, it won't be enough. Maybe instead of doing the 3 colors like this, I will alternate between rows of the purple and green instead. I don't know if that would look funny though, because then it's just white at the top and then purple and green at the bottom. I feel like that would look a little bit funny. I think I'm just going to use up this random scrap I have. And even though it might not be enough to make like a thick, at least there's some white shown. Okay, so I have added that random scrap piece of yarn and it looks okay. I think, you know, even though they aren't the same exact shade of white, you can't really tell. I think when you wear it, it will be very hard to tell. So I'm happy that worked out. But now, now I'm done with that scrap. That scrap is all used up and I just have a little bit left. It's about less than half around to complete. And I'm just rummaging through my old projects trying to see if I can find some of this yarn left over. And I found this random basket of random crochet projects. Like I have a scrunchie in here. I have a lot of these puff flowers. I think I was trying to make some puff flower blankets, something like that. And some random like little swatches and a headband. Like these are all my very beginner projects. In here I found some white flowers that I think is the same yarn I used, I think, but now that I look at it, I think it's not. I don't think so. This is much thinner. I thought I found the same yarn that I used, but apparently not. Now that I'm more closely looking at it, it's much thinner. I'm just gonna keep looking to try and see what I can find. I found this granny square bag, which I think is the main reason why I bought that milk cotton yarn to make the white petals for these daisies. And it's really cute, and I would unravel this, but I don't know if I would unravel all of this just to get some of this white yarn here. I don't know if it's worth it, because it will take a lot of time to unravel this. And also, like, this is a complete project. Like, I don't know. Let's keep looking. Okay, I've literally looked everywhere and I can't seem to find any more of yarn that's similar to this. Even though it's a really small stripe of white, at least there is some white. You know, at least you can kind of see it at the top. We'll just have to roll with it and hopefully the hat turns out looking cute. Added the green and it's looking really cute so far. And I am really drawn to this color, so much so that I painted my nails to match it. I think it's so cute and I love matching my nails to my crochet project. It's really satisfying to me. I have quite a big chunk left to go for this green, and then later we'll add in our lilac. Okay, I have finished making the acrylic version of this bucket hat and it looks cute. I do like this color combo, but I feel like it would have been cuter if the white had been in between the green and purple instead. Maybe it's just me, but anyways, it's finished and let's try it on together. Okay, this is what it looks like. I think it looks really cute. I have to say, making it in acrylic yarn, it still has that structure. I still really like the shape of it. If we compare it to the rope one I made, let's try it on. Like so. Does it look bigger? Does this rope one look bigger than the acrylic one? I feel like it does. Well, anyways, I think they're both cute. I think the brim is a little bit more bigger, right? I don't know, is it just me? I feel like it looks bigger. You can definitely make it in any yarn type you want. You can make it in cotton, would be good too, like a more rough cotton. Acrylic yarn works too, and of course you can use rope yarn as well. So yeah, I hope you guys like it and I hope you guys make it too. I'll be uploading the tutorial for this on my channel. So yeah, that's the end of this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me design this bucket hat and I hope to see you next time. Bye!